Good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Muse, and I'm going to give you a quick introduction and try to persuade y'all on a very important topic that's sweeping the nation. What if I were to tell you that right now, the vast majority of y'all have VD? I know, sounds a little shocking, but after the CDC, at least 86% of the population has VD. Now, vitamin deficiency is something that we all do not even consider in our daily diets. As stated from the CDC, or the Center of Disease and Control, we have a staggering percentage of 10.5% that are vitamin B6 deficient, 8.1% vitamin D deficient, 6% vitamin C deficient. Now, these percentages might seem low, but by definition, deficiency means that you are so low that it's starting to have actual effects against your health. I'm essentially going to cover how vitamin B6 and vitamin D are the most important ones because they are the most staggering, but they also have the most long-term effects. Now, a little bit about myself is, how did I get to the point where I needed to focus on this? Well, recently I got out of the military, and I had to go see a nutritionist because I gained a little bit more now that I'm not required to work out anymore. When I was there, my nutritionist by the name of Cecilia Hagen, a registered nurse and a proper nutritionist, told me that my B6 was low. I don't know what B6 is. I did research for it. The main focus behind B6 typically is for your enzymes. Well, what are enzymes? Well, they're tiny little organelles that live within your digestive tract that help break down things like fatty acids, carbohydrates, proteins, essentially food. Well, if your enzymes are low, they're not going to break down food as much. You're not going to be able to get the proper nutrients, which doesn't really take much for most people to realize that's not good long term. You're not getting the proper nutrition. But what's also fascinating is that this is vitamin B6. There's 12 B complexes within the vitamin strain. Vitamin B as a whole helps with our red blood cells. So if B6 is low, you're now jeopardizing your red blood cell count, which will make you anemic. Anemic basically means you don't have enough red blood cells, as stated by healthline.edu, and they described it as not having enough oxygen being supported to the rest of your organs. Well, the funny thing behind B6 is that essentially from WebMD.com is that you need to eat more fish, more turkey, essentially more animal fat. Of course, like anything, you might want to be careful behind it, and you don't want to saturate because too much B6 can have long-term effects upon you. It can actually cause your body to reject it and make you sick. So it's a matter of looking into what you're putting in your body. And if any of you have ever been on WebMD, it takes a quick search of, I have chest pains. Next thing you know, you have upper respiratory cancer. So I didn't necessarily stay with that. So instead, I went on the FSCJ portal, and I went under their library search. I looked up a published and peer-reviewed article with several doctors that have vouched for everything that WebMD has stated about the deficiency upon B6. It has been the root cause is because of a fast food diet. We don't consider what we put into it. You're tired, you go home from work, and you decide, I'm just going to stop and get a Big Mac. Not realizing that that ground beef doesn't have what you need. The lettuce isn't the part of the dark green leafy vegetables that you need to consume. Romaine lettuce typically just has water in it. You're not getting the necessary nutrients. So instead, they actually theorized that you should probably do prep meals, micro meals. And again, with my dietitian, she said the same thing. You'll save money long term. At first, it's going to be a big bulk, but when you look off for the course of several weeks, you're actually going to save a staggering amount of money, and you have control over the necessary nutrients that you're putting in your body, like dark leafy greens. Now, the next one is most surprising, especially for us in Florida, is vitamin D. Now what is vitamin D? Well, essentially, vitamin D is to help with your bone structure. Well, what's Florida have to do with all this? Funny you ask. On our skin, and in every part of your body, whether you like to know it or not, you have cholesterol. Most people associate cholesterol with the bad that's in your heart. Cholesterol is throughout every cell. And what it is based off of the sun and the solar radiation. The cholesterol within your skin actually absorbs the sunlight, turning it from solar to chemical energy Once it turns into chemical energy, that then becomes vitamin D3, which your body synthesizes to help bone structure. However, due to this pivotal moment of social media and everybody being inside on their cell phones, as portrayed by VitaminsThatPreventBulk.com, they have theorized that the main reason behind all of this is simply for the fact that we sit in a very lethargic lifestyle. We sit inside, we go home, and instead of going outside in the sun, we watch TV. We sit on our phones, we sit in the shade, we add sunblock. Sunblock prevents 90% of all the vitamin D you need for your life. And the reason why nobody ever takes this into consideration is because the early onset symptoms of this is typically common ailments. Drowsiness, irritability, just lots of apathy, or just excitement in anything. Nobody would think anything of it. It could have just been a bad day. But in truth, it's actually a vitamin deficiency. So to wrap it up, essentially, you just need to watch what you eat, try to ingest more healthy food, and just go outside for 30 minutes to an hour. You get your exercise and you get sunlight. I thank you all for coming out tonight, and I hope you have a safe drive home.